They offer a full line of Bruno products that are proudly made in the USA. They also have financing available to get you mobile when you need it as soon as you need it. So if you would like to continue to be on the move in your own home, call Stairlift Pros at 724-231-5154. That's 724-231-5154.
In every field, there is one outstanding value to which all others are compared. In memorials, the one is Marshall's Monuments. Visit Marshall's Monuments to see their superior memorials. Their years of experience make them the company best qualified to help you select the monument most suited to your needs. That's Marshall's Monuments, in business for 151 years, located across from the Uniontown Post Office.
Casey's now offers a sit-down banquet hall at 65 Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown and can seat up to 50 people with kitchen facilities available. Bring your own food or let Casey's fine staff cater it for you. A perfect intimate setting for your small affair, such as showers, reunions, or after funeral dinners. For all information, phone 724-550-4126. That's 724-550-4126. 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
It's time for another C. Harperado Group High School Sports Day, coverage of high school baseball here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live, being brought to you by the C. Harperado Group. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, John Marietta. Uniontown Detailing. The Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist, Jim Burns. State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman. General Dentist, Dr. Edward Wietek. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. M&R Transit. The Radcliffe Law Firm. The Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes. Potter's Bar and Grill. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Shop and Save, Walnut Hill, Uniontown. The Somerset Trust Company. The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood. NovaCare Rehabilitation. Jimmy John's in Uniontown. Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law. Peachin's Pharmacy. Casey's Sports Cafe. M&R Transit. Ford of Uniontown. And by Mama Ruca's Pizza Shop. Now stay tuned for high school baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
From Rostraver Township, it's time for high school baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live. This afternoon, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on the Belle Vernon Leopards. The Mustangs coached by Brad Yeoman in his first year, sporting a 5-2 overall record, 3-2 in Section 3 4A play. Belle Vernon, coached by Tony Watson in his third year, sitting at 3-6 overall, 2-5 in conference play. Brian Morozak along with you, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, and a collection of Bill Madden, Jerome Schell, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our game also live streaming on the South Union Township Sports Network in cooperation with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Breezeline Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. Again, Jerry Dupay behind the camera on the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Belle Vernon Leopards continuing this series, which started last night. Laurel Highlands sustained a late Belle Vernon rally for a 3-1 win. The win was the Mustangs' fifth straight and strengthened their hold for a playoff spot in the conference. The loss for Belle Vernon was their third in a row and put them farther behind the 8 ball as they look to hunt down a playoff spot with only 5 conference games remaining for the Leopards. Looking at the current conference standings, West Mifflin at the top of the table, 7-1 in conference play, 10-2 overall. Uniontown sitting at 4-2 in the conference, 5-2 overall. Uniontown and West Mifflin will meet for a conference series next Monday and Tuesday. We'll have Monday's game for you here on WMBS. Laurel Highlands now in third place in the conference at 3-2. A half game up over Elizabeth Ford, who fell to West Mifflin yesterday. Warriors sitting at 3-3. And then you have Belle Vernon and Greensburg-Salem both on the outside looking in at 2-5 in the conference. Ringgold sits at 1-4. This afternoon on the mound for Laurel Highlands will be Braden O'Brien, and he'll be countered by Belle Vernon's ace, Matt Bamford. Should be a lot of fun this afternoon. High school baseball action. Laurel Highlands taking on Belle Vernon from Rostraver Township, and will set the batting lineup for Laurel Highlands and the defense for Belle Vernon when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Going on now at Harper Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test test drive or visit cheharperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, holding a Veterans Breakfast Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, coffee, tea, orange juice, and milk. Veterans, fire, and police are free. Guests are welcome and asked to make a goodwill donation. The Veterans Breakfast, Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. RSVP not required.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here in Ross River Township, Laurel Highlands batting first here in the top half of the first inning. Let's set their lineup. Leading off, the shortstop, number 9, Ty Sankovic. Batting second and playing in center field, number 2, junior C.J. Gesk. Batting third and playing first base, senior number 18, Alex McLean. In the cleanup spot and playing in left field, senior number 17, Carson D'Amico. Pitching and batting fifth, number 22, junior Braden O'Brien. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, senior number 11, Ben Diamond. Batting seventh and playing third base, senior number 5, Braden McKnight. Batting eighth and in right field, junior number 15, Caleb Yanowski. And batting ninth and catching, junior number 10, Patrick Kavanaugh. Defensively for Belle Vernon, Adam LeCard out in left, Brady Hoffman in center, and Jake Jetico in right. Around the horn, it's Evan Morrow playing third, Aiden Oakes playing short, Zach Jackson playing second base, and Andrew Sokol playing first base. Matt Bamford on the mound and Jake Wessel catching. Looking at Bamford's numbers, very impressive so far this season, sporting a 2-1 overall record, 1.03 ERA. This will be his fourth appearance. He's worked 20 1/3 innings, given up 14 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, struck out 27, and walked only 6 so far this season. The Mustangs continue to be plagued by the stomach bug for the second straight game. Laurel Highlands without Frankie Kula in their starting lineup. Carson Scott will make his second straight start at second base. And also Devin Kravosky was the penciled-in starter for the game for Laurel Highlands today. The lefty also out with the stomach bug, so the Mustangs hoping to heal up. Again, Laurel Highlands will have an off day tomorrow before starting a 2-game series with Greensburg-Salem coming up Monday and Tuesday. We'll have Tuesday's game for you here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, Facebook Live, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We're ready for the first pitch right after this. Belle Vernon hosting Laurel Highlands, coming your way next from Ross River Township.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, Stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Getting set to go from Ross Traver Township. The Mustangs decked out in their away blues, red numbers, white trim with gray pants, and a red line going down the pants. The Mustang dugout off to our right. Belle Vernon in their home golds with green numbers and white pants. Their dugout off to our left. Our live video stream on WMBS, courtesy of M&R Transit and Potter's Bar and Grill today on the South Union Township Sports Network. I'd like to thank the Sproul's Insurance Group in Uniontown and agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist SWGI in Uniontown, Dr. Calabrese, Ruth Hart, Stokes at Hoppy, and Zebly Mahalovan White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. It was a full day in the conference yesterday, of course, here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. We brought you the Laurel Highlands Belle Vernon game. Mustangs down the Leopards by a score of 3-1. Greensburg-Salem got by Ringgold on the road by a score of 2-1, and West Mifflin continue their stellar play, shutting out Elizabeth Forward by a score of 6-0. And plenty of games around the region today, including Thomas Jefferson at Connellsville. That game scheduled to start at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Also getting underway at high noon, Brownsville at Waynesburg. Bet Center at California, another noon start. Carmichael's at Bentworth already underway. Beavers at Ringgold this afternoon, and Peters Township taking on Greater Latrobe. Again, the schedule for Laurel Highlands next week, they'll have a home-and-home with Greensburg-Salem. They'll play at Greensburg-Salem coming up on Monday and then host Greensburg-Salem on Tuesday. We don't know yet if that game will be played at Laurel Highlands High School or at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood, where the Mustangs have played all of their home games so far this season. The Mustangs, 2 non-conference road games scheduled for the latter portion of next week. They're at Brownsville on Thursday and then at Greater Latrobe on Friday. The Greater Latrobe game was originally scheduled for Laurel Highlands but moved to the artificial surface at Latrobe next Friday, currently set for a 4 o'clock start. Here on WMBS coming up on Monday, we'll have the West Mifflin Uniontown game from Bailey Park. Those 2 teams, the top 2 teams in the conference right now, West Mifflin at 7-1, Uniontown at 4-2, and then we'll have Game 2 of the series with Greensburg-Salem and Laurel Highlands coming up on Tuesday. About ready to start the national anthems. We'll take our final break before the first pitch. Right after this from Ross Traver Township here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now at Sea Harbor Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit SeaHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, holding a Veterans Breakfast Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, coffee, tea, orange juice, and milk. Veterans, fire, and police are free. Guests are welcome and asked to make a goodwill donation. The Veterans Breakfast, Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. RSVP not required.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowellsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Just about set to go from Ross Traver Township, the Belle Vernon Leopards and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Matt Bamford finishing up his last couple of warm-up tosses. Again, it'll be Ty Stankovic, C.J. Gesk, and Alex McLean due up here in the top of the first inning for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on a warm afternoon for high school baseball. Quite a contrast to what we saw weather-wise earlier on in the week, but don't be surprised if we see temperatures in the 40s again by next Tuesday and Wednesday. That's certainly spring in western Pennsylvania. Both of these teams trying to get the bats going as well today. You look at Belle Vernon as a team just batting right around 200. In fact, the Leopards only one hit in that game yesterday against Laurel Highlands until the 7th inning when they started a little rally back and actually had the game-tying run on base and scoring position before Laurel Highlands was able to shut down the Leopards. Complete game for Joe Chambers on the mound. And Joe could actually pitch for Laurel Highlands next Tuesday on 3 days rest. Not sure if Laurel Highlands would risk that here in late April. I think if it was a playoff game, you might see them make that move, but the Mustangs will try to make the most of their pitching depth here over the next couple of days. They get an off day tomorrow, but games coming up on Monday and Tuesday against Greensburg-Salem. And you look at the Golden Lions sitting at 2-5 in the conference, but remember Laurel Highlands lost at Greensburg-Salem in a slugfest last year, 11-10. So you certainly can't take the Golden Lions for granted either. Ty Stankovic stepping in. Ty trying to get his bat going, batting just .217 with an RBI, junior shortstop. Again, Matt Bamford, 2-1 overall, 1.03 ERA. First pitch from Bamford, and therefore a strike, 0-1. Scoreboard here at the DeVirgilio Sports Complex, located down the right field line. This is our first time actually broadcasting the game here from Ross Traver Township behind home plate as Bamford misses there on the 0-1 to even up the count at 1-1. Usually we're up on the press box deck down the third base line. But have to thank the staff here at Ross Traver Township and the folks from the Belle Vernon baseball staff for setting us up behind home plates. On top of the action for you. Bamford's 1-1 to Stankovic on the way. Fastball misses low and outside, takes the count to 2-1. And Laurel Highlands won 5 straight. Got swept in that opening doubleheader series against West Mifflin, and since then they've won 5 in a row, including 4 conference games. Snuck in a non-conference win during that stretch over Trinity at Washington and Jefferson. Bamford misses low on the 2-1, so that takes us to 3-1. Also have to thank Frank Kula helping us out today, running the score hub on the balls and strikes that you'll see on your screen on our Facebook Live feed. And Bamford on the 3-1 pitch, fastball well outside, issuing a leadoff walk here to Ty Stankovic, and the Mustangs in business here in the top half of the first inning. And you have to wonder, will we see Belle Vernon pressing a little bit here today? Certainly a desperate situation for the Leopards. 5 conference games, including today, remaining, sitting at 2-5. And right now, a game and a half out of the final playoff spot in the conference. Now, C.J. Gesk showing bunt, pulls back, pitching there for a strike. Takes the count to 0-1. Gesk, junior center fielder for Laurel Highlands today, batting .385 with 3 RBIs. Just underway from Ross Draver Township, Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon. Mustangs with Ty Sankovic on first after a leadoff walk from Belle Vernon ace Matt Bamford. Again, Gesk showing bunt, lays it down the third base line. They're going to go to second and get the force out for 1. Throw back to first, not in time. So a heads-up play from Evan Morrow coming down at third base, making the throw down to Aiden Oakes. And retiring the lead runner goes as a fielder's choice. 5-6 to retire Sankovic. Now you have Gesk on first, 1 out. Here in the top of the first inning with Alex McLean coming to the plate. McLean, senior first baseman, batting .417 with 4 RBIs. Bamford's first pitch to Alex. This one ripped deep to left field. Moving back to the wall and making the catch, Adam LeCarte. We saw LeCarte rob Carson D'Amico on an extra base hit yesterday down at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood. And here's LeCarte again doing his thing out there in left field with a great catch on a well-hit ball from Alex McLean, going all the way back to the warning track for the second out of this top half of the first inning. Now that'll bring up the aforementioned Carson D'Amico, senior left fielder for the Mustangs with a .455 average and 7 RBIs. Bamford checking Gesk, head first, slide back safely there for CJ. Now Bamford looking in to catcher Jake Wessel. Wessel had a nice game at the plate for Belle Vernon yesterday as well. Actually had the Leopards only hit until the 7th inning. And there's Bamford missing on the first pitch to Carson D'Amico, count at 1-0. Brian Morozak along with you. Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Frank Kula helping us out with the Score Hub. And Nick Barczyk and Jerome Schell back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. 1-0, misses high and inside. Takes us to 2-0 to Carson D'Amico. Top of the first inning on a warm 80-degree sunny afternoon in Westmoreland County. 2-0 on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Takes us to 2-1. Belle Vernon will have their conference off week next week. Leopards won't play another conference game until the first week in May. If you'd like a win to go into the conference break and not sitting at 2-6, another head first slide back there from C.J. Gesk. There is still hope for Belle Vernon. You go back and look at the conference standings from last year. Elizabeth Forward was the 4th and final team to get it out of the section, and their conference record was 5-7. I think really to be safe, you want to get to that 6-6 mark. 2-1 on the way. That one fouled off by Carson. And right now you look at Belle Vernon with 2 conference wins, pretty much meaning you need 4 wins in your final 5 conference games if you want to find yourself in the WPIAL playoffs. Anything short of that, you need a lot of help along the way. Bamford again from the stretch, 2-2 here to D'Amico. Another breaking ball with a runner going, popped up in the deep infield, and charging in from right field and making the play there, Jake Jetico, for the final out of the inning. So the Mustangs strand C.J. Gesk right at the bottom of the first, scoreless here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Belle Vernon coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless game. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Belle Vernon Leopards. Let's take a look at the Leopards batting lineup. Leading off the Senior center fielder number 5, Brady Hoffman, batting second in left field. Sophomore Adam LaCarte batting third and playing first base. Number 18, Andrew Sokol in the cleanup spot. And the designated hitter today, number 16, Ryan Hammer, batting fifth and playing shortstop. Number 11, Aiden Oakes, batting sixth and playing third base. Number 6, Evan Morrow. Catching and batting seventh, number 19, Jake Wessel. In right field, batting eighth, number 4, Jake Jedico. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 20, Zach Jackson. Defensively for Laurel Highlands, Carson D'Amico in left, C.J. Geskin center, Caleb Yanoski in right. Around the horn, Braden McKnight at third, Ty Sankovic at short, Carson Scott making his second straight start at second base in place of Frank Kula. Alex McLean playing first, Braden O'Brien pitching, and Patrick Kavanaugh catching. And the first pitch from O'Brien into Brady Hoffman misses for ball one. Hoffman entering with a .323 average and 6 RBI, senior center fielder for the Leopards. 1-0 from O'Brien, high and outside, takes us to 2-0. Fourth appearance of the season for Braden, enters with a 1-1 record, 5.25 ERA. Has worked 9 1/3 innings, given up 15 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, struck out 5 and walked 3 so far this season. Finds the strike zone, does Braden on the 2-0, takes us to 2-1. And the Leopards yesterday, just 1 hit through 6 innings. So they finally got the bats going in the top of the 7th, and they'll get a ground ball here from Hoffman, snagged by O'Brien. Sends it off to Alex McLean at first. Retire Hoffman 1-3 for the first out of this bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up sophomore left fielder Adam LaCarte, who's done a nice job defensively for the Leopards over the last couple of games. Saw a robbery of Carson D'Amico yesterday and a nice grab on a hard fly ball from Alex McLean back in the top of the first inning today. O'Brien's first pitch here to LaCarte. Finds the strike zone on the outside corner, 0-1. LaCarte, like many of the Leopards, trying to get the bat going a little bit. Just a 118 average for the sophomore. Now O'Brien focused for the 0-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss from Adam LaCarte. Had Adam off-balanced a little bit there. Takes us to 0-2. Again, Devin Kravoski was the penciled-in starting pitcher for the Mustangs this afternoon. But like Frank Kula, Devin, a little bit of the stomach bug, unable to go, and another breaking ball from O'Brien. Swing and a miss, strike 3 from LaCarte, and 2 up, 2 down for the Leopards here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up the senior first baseman, Andrew Sokol, entering with a .296 average and 5 RBIs for the Leopards. He's a lefty against the righty Braden O'Brien. Sokol steps in. O'Brien focused. The first pitch to Andrew, fastball high and outside for ball 1. For yesterday's game against Laurel Highlands, the last time the Leps played was here this past Saturday when they fell 10-9 against Connells. A little nubber to second base. Carson Scott makes the play for the third out of the inning. So the Leps retired 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. We'll go to the top of the second. Scoreless. Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Moving down to the top of the second inning, scoreless Laurel, Highlands, and Belle Vernon from Ross Traver Township. Braden O'Brien, Ben Diamond, and Braden McKnight due up for the Mustangs here in the top of the second inning. And O'Brien will lead things off. Junior getting the start on the mound for Laurel Highlands today with a .316 average and 2 RBIs. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 for Laurel Highlands here in the top of the second. Matt Bamford just issued 1 walk in that top of the first inning. First pitch swinging from O'Brien. Ground ball right back to Bamford. Throw over to first in time to Andrew Sokol to retire O'Brien 1-3 for a 1-pitch out to start this top of the second inning. And now Ben Diamond, the senior DH for the Mustangs, comes to the plate. Diamond batting .167 with 2 RBIs for Laurel Highlands. Righty versus righty matchup here. Bamford's first pitch now to Diamond. Fastball misses low. Count at 1-0. And the Mustangs 3-1 winners over the Leopards yesterday. Next pitch from Diamond fouled off. Evens up the count at 1-1. Mustangs have had quite a bit of playoff success the last 2 springs. Now, we've had high school baseball. Of course, no high school baseball during the spring of 2020, but the Mustangs over the last 2 springs where they played have played 9 WPIAL and PIAA playoff games, excuse me. As Diamond fouls off that pitch, takes us to 1-2. Mustangs last year picking up WPIAL playoff wins over Beaver and North Catholic before losing to Montour in the semifinals. They lost a PIAA play-in game to Blackhawk, 3-2 at W&J. Count now at 2-2. Bamford to Diamond in a scoreless game, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Next pitch inside takes us 4-3-2. Of course, you go back to that 2019 season, Laurel Highlands playing in a WPIAL championship game, losing to Shaler after they picked up WPIAL playoff wins over Kiski, Hampton, and Franklin Regional. 3-2 pitch hits Ben Diamond, and that gives the Mustangs a base runner. Diamond could have got out of the way as well, would have been ball 4. Nonetheless, a 1-out base runner for Laurel Highlands here in the top of the second inning with Braden McKnight coming to the plate. McKnight batting .214. Senior playing third base today with 3 RBIs. Mustangs plated 2 runs yesterday in the bottom of the first inning and then went into the 6th until they scored again. And you had McKnight showing bunt. I'm going to rule, I guess the pitch was just fouled off. Just take us to 0-1. Had a little excitement there. I'm not sure if McKnight thought he might have been hit, but the ball must have clipped his bat. Now we'll get back inside the batter's box with Ben Diamond on first, an 0-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And now Bamford to check the runner. Close play over at first and picked off is Ben Diamond. Wow. Had a couple of bang-bang plays yesterday. There's another one there. It's Diamond picked off for the second out of the inning. Coach Sankovic over at first did not like the call. And Coach Sankovic warned over there for questioning that. Count still 0-1 to McKnight. Now the base is empty. That pitch, a fastball, misses high and outside. Evens things up now at 1-1. So Braden will have to swing away in this situation for Laurel Highlands. Now the 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Big time cut there from Braden McKnight as Bamford brought the heat. Now Matt ready with a 1-2. Here to Braden McKnight, a wind and fire, and he's kind of lost the handle of that one. Maybe a little sweat getting to that baseball. Missed well outside, even up the count now at 2-2. Bamford long look into Jake Wessel again. 2-2 pitch on the way. Another fastball nub foul there from McKnight, staying alive. Count remains at 2-2. Mentioned the playoff success Laurel Highlands has had. Belle Vernon, they've gone 7 straight years without a WPIAL playoff win. In fact, the last 7 springs where the Leopards have played a WPIAL playoff game. They missed the postseason in 2014 and, of course, didn't play ball in 2020. They're 0-7 in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs, but Bamford ends the stop of the second inning by striking out Braden McKnight, his first strikeout of the afternoon, and the Mustangs end up going down in order. You had Diamond that was hit by a pitch but picked off, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless. Belle, Vernon, and Laurel Highlands here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
We're wasting no time here in the bottom of the second inning. Hammer first pitch swing, and that's Ryan Hammer for Belle Vernon. A ground ball to first. It was taken there by the Mustangs' Alex McLean over to Braden O'Brien, who was covering the bag. So Hammer retired 3-1 for the first out of the inning, and now Aiden Oakes coming to the plate. Senior shortstop for Belle Vernon came into this game with a .276 average and 6 RBIs. Takes strike 1 against Braden. Now the 0-1 on the way. Fastball just missed outside, even up the count at 1-1. Still looking for our first hit of the afternoon on each side. Mustangs a couple of base runners. Ty Sankovic walked to start the game, and then Ben Diamond hit by a pitch. The Mustangs ended up having Sankovic retired at second on a fielder's choice from C.J. Gesk, who was left stranded after 1. Then Ben Diamond was picked off in that second inning. Belle Vernon looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. Look at a ground ball here to third. McKnight, nice snare. Over to first to Alex McLean to retire Aiden Oakes 5-3 for the second out of the inning. So 5 straight Leopards have been retired as we work here in the bottom of the second inning. Game still scoreless with Evan Morrow coming to the plate. Senior third baseman for Belle Vernon, entering this game with a .211 average and 3 RBIs. Righty versus righty matchup here. First pitch from Braden, and first pitch swinging, fouling it off there is Morrow on the right side. Takes the count to 0-1. So both Braden O'Brien and Matt Bamford have been very efficient so far this afternoon. Next pitch on the way, and therefore a strike from O'Brien, and just like that, the count 0-2 to Evan Morrow. Mustangs hope they can get Devin Kravoski back for Monday's game against Greensburg-Salem. He would be next in turn in the Mustang rotation. Again, he was the penciled-in starter today, out with a stomach bug, as was Frank Kula. Carson Scott has done an admirable job filling in at second base over the last 2 games. Ground ball here to short. Sankovic with the glove. Throw over to first in time to Alex McLean to retire Evan Morrow. So once again, the Leopards retired in order here in the bottom of the second inning. We're scoreless after 2. Belle Vernon and Laurel Highlands here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local high school baseball teams the best of luck this season, and invite you to listen to his show every Tuesday at 3:15 here on WMBS. Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potters on Facebook. We'll see you at Potters.
Going on now at Harper Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Moving down to the top of the third inning, Caleb Yanoski, Patrick Kavanaugh, and Ty Sankovic due up for Laurel Highlands. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Still looking for our first hit of the afternoon. Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon scoreless. Mustangs, as we said, a couple of base runners. Ty Sankovic on in the first with a walk. Ben Diamond hit by a pitch in the second. And neither one could get around. In fact, Diamond picked off. Sankovic retired on a fielder's choice, and C.J. Guest left stranded in that first inning. Caleb Yanoski, junior right fielder this afternoon, batting .231. Looking for his first RBI of the season. Facing Matt Bamford, who's been impressive and finds the strike zone on the first pitch to Caleb Yanoski. Counted 0-1. And you look at Bamford's strikeout to walks ratio coming in. 27 strikeouts to 6 walks so far this season. He's been mowing them down. And a 2-1 overall record. 1-1 pitch now on the way to Caleb. Missing there. Now Bamford will take a step off the mound to regroup. Yanoski was not in the starting lineup for Laurel Highlands yesterday. That one getting away from the catcher Wessel on a breaking ball from Bamford. No damage done as it bounced away and takes the count to 3-1. Now Yanoski back in. 3-1 pitch from Bamford. Comes back with a fastball. Catches the outside corner for a strike. And now we're full of 3-2. Yanoski set to go again. Payoff pitch to Yanoski. And this one popped up and in foul territory again. Bamford had a little hitch in his delivery on that last pitch to Yanoski. Kind of hesitated on the follow through before releasing. First time we've seen that from him today. We'll do this 3-2 again with nobody out here in the top of the third. Finally getting a little breeze blowing in. It's been actually warm this afternoon in Ross Draver Township. 3-2 pitch misses low and outside for ball 4. So for a third straight inning, Laurel Highlands with a base runner without a hit. And we'll see if they can get Caleb Yanoski around. Now Patrick Kavanaugh coming to the plate. Patrick batting .429 with 3 RBIs, junior catcher for Laurel Highlands. Patrick with a walk yesterday in the 5th inning for the Mustangs. Showing bunts. Pulled back. Pitch missed inside for ball 1. Of course, after Kavanaugh, you'll have the top of the order and Ty Sankovic again for Laurel Highlands. Now Bamford's 1-0 to Kavanaugh. And actually, it's going to be a check of the runner and a headfirst slide back safely there. It was close. Remember, you had Diamond picked off back in the 2nd inning. Kavanaugh again showing bunts. Pulls back. Pitch misses high and inside. And Patrick showing a good eye so far at the plate for Laurel Highlands. Bamford again from the stretch. Patrick again shows bunts. That one I think went off the catcher's gear. Might have caught a piece of him. They're going to rule that a foul ball. As the runner, Yanoski, sent back. So Patrick did get a piece of it. There's the count now to 2-1. And Patrick will step back in. Again, Bamford glancing at Caleb Janoski. Patrick showing bunt. This one is popped up in foul territory on the right side. Hits the Mustang dugout roof. Now Patrick will have to swing away here with a count at 2-2. Has done a nice job putting the ball in play so far this season. Had a couple of big hits for the Mustangs this year. Already 3 RBIs. Batting from the 9th position in the Mustang lineup here today. Kavanaugh calls time. Saw his dad Michael out at the game yesterday. Now another check of the runner. Back to the bag safely, Janoski. Bamford, a pretty good pickoff move over to first base. Now Matt set to go again. 2-2 on the way. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's the second strikeout of the afternoon for Matt Bamford. And his 29th strikeout of the season. That'll bring up the top of the order and Ty Sankovic. Sankovic walked to lead off the game back in the first inning. Came in, though, just a .217 average and 1 RBI. Very uncharacteristic of Ty's game. He's going to show bunt, pull back. Pitch misses high for ball 1. Ty yesterday 0 for 3 with a sacrifice. And Bamford with a 1-0 count now to Ty. This bunt popped up. Look out here. Went over the fence behind us. Count now even at 1-1. Nice complex here in Ross Draver Township, the DeVergilio Sports Complex. Leopards have played their home games here for a number of years. Can have to thank the Leopards staff, very hospitable this afternoon, helping us out. 1-1 pitch misses outside, takes the count now to 2-1. Game still scoreless without a hit on either side as we work here in the top of the third. And now Sankovic trying to end that. Sending a fly ball into center field. Moving over, making the catch, Brady Hoffman for the second out of the inning. I'm going to bring up C.J. Gesk. C.J. grounded into a fielder's choice first time up. Entered the game with a .385 average and 3 RBIs. Junior center fielder. C.J. yesterday 1 for 3. Had a single to left field and scored a run back in the first inning against the Leopards. Another righty versus righty matchup. Bamford's first pitch to C.J. Breaking ball. And therefore a strike 0-1. And you have to wonder, would Laurel Highlands try to get a little aggressive here with Caleb Janoski? Maybe try to move him in a scoring position with 2 outs here in the inning. You do have a good arm, though, from the catcher Jake Wessel. Another breaking ball, missing inside. Takes the count now to 1-1. I wouldn't think it would hurt, though, to be aggressive in this situation. Runs might be hard to come by this afternoon, especially the way Matt Bamford throws for the Leopards. 1-1 on the way. Fastball, hard grounder to first. Booted there by Sokol. He's going to look to regain and unable to get back to it in time. You had Bamford come over to try to cover the bag, and that should have been a routine out. Sokol unable to make the play at first base. Has to go as an E3. And the Mustangs now with runners on first and second, with Alex McLean coming to the plate. McLean popped up to the pitcher Bamford back in the first inning. Yesterday, McLean 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Now 2 on, and McLean going around there on the first pitch from Bamford. That was a breaking ball. That was likely outside the strike zone. Counted 0-1. Now Bamford's 0-1 to McLean. Comes back with a fastball. Catches the inside corner for a strike. 0-2. Now Alex must protect the plate. Had another ball on the field from one of the other games going on here. You have a Little League game going off to our left. Busy afternoon at the DeVergilio Sports Complex. Now the 0-2, 2 on, 2 out, scoreless game. Laurel Highlands trying to make a little hay here on the top of the third. 0-2 from Bamford to McLean, strike 3 looking. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Matt Bamford. His 30th strikeout of the season, and the Mustangs leave 2 stranded here in the top of the third. But at the bottom of the third, still scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton from 40 Uniontown. Now, I've heard that April showers bring May flowers, but how about new vehicles? Well, I guess that's just wishful thinking. So don't get left out in the storm. Stop, click, or call our friendly staff and let us explain our reservation program. First, we go over, in detail, vehicles that we have inbound. Then we go over all the incentives and pricing. If you have a trade, we do an on-the-spot trade appraisal. We make a deal, and when your vehicle arrives, you pick it up. It's easy like Sunday morning. If you have a bit more time, we're happy to place a factory order just for you. And I know you've all heard about historic used vehicle values, so don't miss out. And speaking of used vehicles, we have more than 80 on the lot, and most are certified with factory warranty. That's President Award-winning 40 Uniontown, top of the hill across the Applebee's or 40uniontown.com.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Jake Wessel, first pitch swinging, pops it up to the shortstop Ty Sankovic. And Sankovic makes the grab to retire Wessel for the first out of the inning. Wessel yesterday was 2 for 3, actually came into this game with a .385 average and 5 RBIs. Now they'll bring up Jake Jetico. First pitch, O'Brien to Jetico, nub foul. Counted 0-1. Jetico, sophomore right fielder, batting just .062 on the season, but does have 5 RBIs. Another breaking ball from Braden O'Brien. Missed the strike zone there. Count even at 1-1. Now O'Brien's 1-1. Fastball high and outside takes us to 2-1. And Braden will wind and fire the 2-1 pitch. Fastball off the inside of the bag. Grounder to Scott at second. Makes the throw in time over to first. Retired Jetico 4-3. Alex McLean playing first base today with Braden O'Brien on the mound. O'Brien usually playing first when he's not pitching for the Mustangs. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. And then I'll bring up the second baseman, Zach Jackson, the senior, batting 100 with 4 RBIs. Now Vernon has been retired in order so far in this game. First pitch to Jackson, first pitch swinging, and it's sent down the first baseline in a foul territory, able to track it down there. Caleb Janoski. Ball actually went off the fence. So takes the count 2-0-1. Again, next week, high school baseball here on WMBS Monday. Uniontown hosting West Mifflin. Tuesday, we'll have the Greensburg-Salem at Laurel Highlands game for you, and then more high school baseball hopefully on Friday as well. Again, all of that weather permitting. Beginning of the week, not exactly looking stellar in the weather department, but no surprises there with the spring that we've endured so far. 0-1 pitch right down the pipe from Braden O'Brien takes us to 0-2. And all the games scheduled to start at 4 o'clock as of now next week. We'll keep you posted on our WMBS Facebook page and on the air if anything changes. 0-2 just outside, 1-2 now. O'Brien to Zach Jackson. Of course, the Laurel Highlands Greensburg-Salem game on all of our Facebook Live platforms, including the South Union Township Sports Network, the Laurel Highlands School District page, and WMBS Facebook page, along with the Triple Live High School Sports Network. And there's a frozen strike 3 from Braden O'Brien, sending down Zach Jackson. So the Leps retired in order again. Second strikeout of the game for Braden O'Brien, his 7th strikeout of the year, and we'll go to the top of the 4th. Still scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mama Ruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mama Ruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor, outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MamaRukaPizza.com for their menu.
Going on now at Seaharbor Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit SeaHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Carson D'Amico, Braden O'Brien, and Ben Diamond due up for Laurel Highlands here in the top of the fourth innings. We've gone through 3 innings now without a hit on either side in this game. The Mustangs have had 4 base runners. You had Ty Sankovic walk to lead off the game. Ben Diamond hit by a pitch in the second inning. Caleb Janoski walked to lead off the third, and C.J. Guest got on via an error, but the Mustangs haven't been able to drive around any of those runners. Belle Vernon still without a base runner in this game so far, as D'Amico will lead off the inning by looking at strike 1 from Matt Bamford. D'Amico flew out to right field, and Jake Jetico first time up. 0-1 now to Carson, and there for strike 2. Just like that, 0-2, Matt Bamford to Carson D'Amico. Carson came in with a .455 average and 7 RBIs. Yesterday, Carson was 1 for 2 with a walk, a double, and a run scored. And he'll swing at this pitch off the inside of the bat. High fly ball into left. Getting under it, Adam LeCarte will make the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Braden O'Brien, junior pitcher for the Mustangs. Grounded out 1-3, first time up. Bamford's first pitch to Braden O'Brien. Fastball high and outside. 1-0. O'Brien yesterday, a sac fly RBI. It was actually scored as a sac fly RBI caught by the second baseman. But Jackson was kind of in an odd position and had to turn around to make the throw home, allowing O'Brien to drive in a run for Laurel Highlands. Braden also had a single in the 6th inning yesterday. Been productive at the plate all season long, entering this game with a .316 average and 2 RBIs. Count now at 2-1. In top of the 4th inning, scoreless game without a hit on either side. 2-1 on the way off the inside of the bat again. Played there by Aiden Oakes, the shortstop. High throw over to first. That goes over the head of first baseman Andrew Sokol. And you have to score that E6. So the Mustangs another base runner via an error from the Belle Vernon Leopards. Second error committed by Belle Vernon in this game. Now you're going to have Joe Chambers on as a courtesy runner here for the pitcher O'Brien. And Ben Diamond at the plate. Ben was hit by a pitch and then picked off back in the 2nd inning. The Mustangs can hope to try to wear down Bamford a little bit in this game. Get more opportunities at the plate. Now Matt back in the stretch. Again, he has a killer pickoff move and will test Joe Chambers over at first. And Joe head first slide back safely there. Another ball coming from the Little League field onto our field. I'm sure the Leopards get used to that, playing all of their home games here. Probably a regular occurrence, just due to the proximity of the other fields here at the DeVirgilio Sports Complex. Now Diamond stepping in, showing bunt. He'll pull back, pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. This game moving right along so far. Been a pitcher's duel between Bamford and O'Brien. Now another throw over to first. Joe Chambers back safely. Now Diamond looking down the third base line. A sign there from head coach Brad Yeoman, who's coaching third for the Mustangs. 0-1 on the way, and that one went off the head of Ben Diamond. And Ben's all right. So the Mustangs, for the second straight inning, will have runners on first and second. Go back to the last inning. Of course, you had Yanoski walk, and then Guest got on via an error. And here, O'Brien gets on via an error, and Ben Diamond hit for the second straight time in this game. And now Braden McKnight will come to the plate. Bamford again from the stretch. McKnight showing bunt, sends it foul. I don't think the Mustangs have put a bunt in fair territory yet in this game. Maybe one. You had the fielder's choice, I think, from Gesk, where he laid it down back in the first inning, but they retired Sankovic at second. And that's been it as far as a fair ball bunt so far. McKnight's going to show bunt, then pull back and swing away and send it into left field. Catch made there by Adam LeCart. Nowhere for the runners to go. That's the second out of the inning. So McKnight trying to fool the Leps a little bit. But Adam LeCart on his game again out there in left field. And now Caleb Yanoski walked first time up. Fifth Mustang to bat here in this top of the fourth inning. Looking for his first RBI of this season. Table set here, 2 on, 2 outs. First pitch from Bamford to Yanoski. A little nubber here to third. And making the play, 5 unassisted, stepping on the bag, Evan Morrow over at third base. So once again, Laurel Highlands strands 2. Still without a hit. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Brady Hoffman, Adam LeCart, and Andrew Sokol due up for Belle Vernon here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Hoffman's already taken strike 1 from Braden O'Brien. Now the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 2 again without a hit on either side in this game so far. Leopards without a base runner. They've been retired in order in every inning. Now Brady Hoffman behind 0-2, and the 0-2 pitch from Braden O'Brien, another breaking ball, sent foul on the right side. A nice crowd here at the DeVirgilio Sports Complex, not only watching this game, but watching the Little League action as well off to our left. Yeah, plenty of room for the fans here. Hillside off to the right, bleachers right behind us, and plenty of areas to watch down the left side as well. 0-2 pitch misses low and outside. Count now moves to 1-2. Hoffman grounded out 1-3 first time up for Belle Vernon. And going back to yesterday, Hoffman was 0 for 3. Next pitch from O'Brien just misses a little high. Evens up the count at 2-2. But again, Hoffman a solid average from that leadoff position. Came in batting .323 with 6 RBIs. Now the 2-2 from O'Brien. Misses there again. Fastball low and outside. Takes us full to 3-2 as Belle Vernon searches for their first base runner of the afternoon. O'Brien's 3-2 on the way to Hoffman. Swing and a miss. Hopped away there from the catcher, Patrick Cavanaugh. Throw over to first in time to Alex McLean. So it goes as a strikeout in the books. 2-3 on the throw to retire Hoffman. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning with Adam LeCarte coming to the plate. Again, here on the South Union Township Sports Network, game brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown, and Zebley, Mahaloff and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Adam LeCarte. And Laurel, Highlands, and Belle Vernon scoreless so far. Donuts all over the board. 1-0 now to LeCarte. And a well-hit ball, and that could be the game's first hit. In fact, it will be. Bouncing in front of C.J. Gesk out in center field. So a single to center for Adam LeCarte, who struck out swinging first time up. We said just a matter of time before LeCarte gets the bat going, enter the game with just a 118 average. But he gives Belle Vernon a base runner with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning with Andrew Sokol coming to the plate. Sokol popped up to Carson Scott first time up. Batting from the left side against the righty O'Brien, who now has to look at his first base runner, and Adam LeCarte so far this afternoon, and he'll throw it over in Adam's direction. The head first slide back safely there for the sophomore left fielder for Belle Vernon. Now O'Brien again, fastball. This is a little low. 2-0. Andrew Sokol. And Sokol getting a piece of this one, sending it high into center field. C.J. Gesk backing up and making the catch for the second out of the inning. And no room for Adam LeCarte to try to advance. Ryan Hamer now coming to the plate. Hamer grounded out and actually went 3-1. Play made by Alex McLean, who flipped it off to the pitcher Braden O'Brien to retire Hamer to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch here to Ryan, swing and a miss, strike 1. Laurel Highlands so far in this game. Mustangs have had 6 base runners without a hit. Haven't got a runner past second base. Throw over to first, head for a slide back safely there again from LeCarte. It's waiting for our first breakthrough of the afternoon. O'Brien's next pitch, a little chin music there for Hamer. Evens up the count at 1-1. O'Brien focused again from the stretch. Throw over to first, close play. Back safely again, Adam LeCarte. Again, a left-centered play. 3-6 overall, 2-5 in the conference. Mustangs riding a 5-game winning streak. 5-2 overall. 3-2 in the conference. Trying to get to 4-2 today. Got now 2-1. Mustangs 2 non-conference wins over Trinity and Connellsville. Another check of LeCarte back safely. In 2 outs as we work in a scoreless game, bottom of the 4th inning. Adam LeCarte at first is Belle Vernon's first base runner of the day. Watch for LeCarte to run here. He's going. Pitch misses a breaking ball. Throw down to second. Little one-hopper. Caught there by Carson Scott, but not in time. So a stolen base for Adam LeCarte. And the Leopards are runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. And I believe a 3-1 count now on Ryan Hamer. Now the 3-1 pitch on the way, and Hamer popping this one up. deep in the infield. Charging C.J. Gesk and able to catch up with it. Fell right between C.J. and Carson Scott. Holding at third is Adam LaCarte. I think you have to score that a hit for Belle Vernon and Ryan Hamer. And surprisingly, LaCarte, who started at second base, unable to score on the play. Remember, you had 2 outs in the inning. You would have thought LaCarte would have been running right away and should have been able to score on the play, but he was not. He kind of hesitated for whatever reason. And now the Leopards could have had the game's first run, just have runners on first and third with 2 outs, and Aiden Oaks coming to the plate. Remember that in this scoreless game. Oaks grounded out 5-3, first time up. Swings the first pitch and pops it foul on the left side. And the count at 0-1. Going back yesterday, Oaks 1 for 3. Lone hit a single in the top of the 7th inning against the Mustangs. Again, has produced 6 RBIs so far this year. Watch for the runner from first to possibly advance. Hamer, he's going to hold his position. Pitch in there for a strike. And now an 0-2 count here on Aiden Oaks. Mustangs trying to get out of a jam. Belle Vernon putting together a couple of hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Oaks will trot down to third to talk to head coach Tony Watson. Talking over a little strategy, but obviously has to protect the plate with an 0-2 count. Our live video stream here today on WMBS, courtesy of M&R Transit and Potter's Bar and Grill. Mustangs playing their second of 4 games over a 5-day stretch. And they'll have a conference series with Greensburg-Salem scheduled for Monday and Tuesday. Belle Vernon, they're off until, as far as the conference, so the first week in May. Runner going, swinging, and sending it into center field. There is Oaks getting under it. C.J. Gesk makes the catch to end the inning. So the Leopards strand 2. Right at the top of the 5th, still scoreless. Belle Vernon and Laurel Highlands here on the C.R. Product Group High School Sports Day.
Going on now at Seaharbor Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHevrolechevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Moving down to the top half of the 5th inning, Kavanaugh, Stankovic, and Gesk due up for Laurel Highlands. Hitters 9, 1, and 2. Mustangs 6 base runners so far this afternoon. Again, have yet to score a run in this game or pick up a hit. Belle Vernon just picked up their first 2 hits of the afternoon in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Pair of singles from Adam LaCarte and Ryan Hamer. And the Mustangs closing the inning with a solid performance defensively, keeping the Leps off the scoreboard. And Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. Frank Kula helping us out with the Score Hub today. Nick Barczyk and Jerome Schell back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studio. Swing and a miss there from Kavanaugh. The first pitch from Bamford counted 0-1. Thank Frank for tracking us down some waters there in between innings as well on a hot Saturday afternoon. 0-1 misses to even up the count at 1-1. Now Bamford's 1-1 on the way, and one nub foul from Patrick. Moves the count to 1-2. Patrick struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Came into the game with a .429 average. Had a walk yesterday in the 5th inning against Belle Vernon and has driven in 3 runs on the season. 1-2, Bamford to Kavanaugh. Fastball, and Patrick with a rip to left field. Charging and getting, though, is Adam LeCarte for the first out of the inning. LeCarte again. He's recorded 4 outs in left field so far in this game. Had a number of them yesterday as well. On top of the order, Ty Sankovic again. Ty walked back in the 1st inning, flew out to Brady Hoffman in center field back in the 3rd. As the Mustangs start their 3rd trip through the order, and Sankovic takes the first pitch for a strike from Matt Bamford, 0-1. Now Bamford ready again. 0-1 to Sank. Breaking ball misses low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Bamford regroups. Likes that stretch position even with the bases empty, and finds the strike zone again. On the 1-1 to Sankovic. Now Ty must protect the plates. 1-2, Bamford to Sankovic. Breaking ball, hard chopper to second. Could be a tough play here from Jackson. Throw over to first. Close play over at first, but retired is Ty Sankovic. Sokol with a foot on the bag. So it goes 4-3 on the ground out. And Sankovic now 0 for 2 in this game with a walk. And C.J. Gesk will come to the plate. Gesk hit into a fielder's choice first time up and got on via an error in the 3rd inning. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 5th, scoreless game. CJ first pitch swinging, sends it down the first base line, but it goes foul. Counted 0-1. We thought hits might be tough to come by this afternoon. They always are when you're facing Matt Bamford. And Belle Vernon as well has just struggled this season to get the bats going. We mentioned coming into this 2-game series, they were hitting .226 as a team. Only had 1 hit yesterday through 6 innings before picking up a couple in that 7th inning, trying to rally back. In fact, they had 3 straight singles in that 7th inning yesterday. The rally fell short as they lost to Laurel Highlands 3-1. Bamford misses there on the pitch to C.J. Gesk to even up the count at 1-1. And 2 outs as we work in the top of the 5th. Bamford comes back with a fastball to C.J., who sends it into right field on a line and caught there by Jake Jetico for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs retired 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless. Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Day.
Casey's now offers a sit-down banquet hall at 65 Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, and you can seat up to 50 people with kitchen facilities available. Bring your own food or let Casey's fine staff cater it for you. A perfect intimate setting for your small affair, such as showers, reunions, or after funeral dinners. For all information, phone 724-550-4126. That's 724-550-4126. 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Already in the bottom of the 5th, scoreless Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon, and Braden O'Brien's first pitch inside to Evan Morrow. Almost clipped Morrow. This is for ball 1. O'Brien will wind and fire now the 1-0 to Morrow. Was back down the plate but missed a little high and outside, so now 2-0. O'Brien to Morrow again. Belle Vernon did not have a base runner until the bottom of the 4th inning. Couple of singles from LeCarte and Hamer. They couldn't get him around. O'Brien comes back on the 2-0, finds the strike zone, now 2-1 to Evan Morrow, who grounded out 6-3 first time up for Belle Vernon. Going back to yesterday's game, Morrow 1 for 2 with a walk. Ground ball here right back to O'Brien, who makes the throw over to first in time to the Mustang first baseman Alex McLean. And Morrow retired 1-3 for the first down to this bottom of the 5th inning. Now Jake Wessel coming to the plate. Wessel popped up to Ty Sankovic first time up. Came into the game with a .385 average and 5 RBIs. Was 2 for 3 yesterday. Junior catcher for Belle Vernon. O'Brien will wind and fire the first pitch here to Wessel. Breaking ball misses a little low. Down at 1-0. Now O'Brien's 1-0. Catches the inside corner for a strike. Evens things up at 1-1. And you look at the batter's eye out there in straightaway center field. You see the R's out there. Think he might be at Ringgold. No, it's for Rostraver. You have the Leopards out there as well. Next pitch in there for a strike. Now 1-2. One out, scoreless game, bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2, breaking ball, hard grounder to Sankovic at short. Throw over to first, close play, but in time to retire Jake Wessel 6-3 for the second out of this bottom of the 5th inning. And that'll bring up the sophomore right fielder, Jake Jedico. Jedico came into the game with just an .062 average. Sophomore, though, has produced 5 RBIs on the season. Again, playing right field. Going back to yesterday, Jedico was 0 for 3. Takes the first pitch here outside for ball 1. Leopards 2-5 in the conference. Laurel Highlands 3-2. Now O'Brien a little high and inside. Now 2-0 to Jedico. Again, Jedico batting from the 8th position in the batting lineup. Want to throw some strikes his way, and he'll nub that one foul. Got now 2-1. Zach Jackson due up behind Jedico. Two-one pitch, low and inside. This is where you don't want to concede a base runner. You usually get away with throwing strikes and getting outs. Now the 3-1 on the way. Jedico sending it foul. Now we're full of 3-2. And Brian Morozak along with you. Jerry Dupay behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed. Frank Cola helping us out with the Score Hub. Nick Barczyk and Jerome Shell back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. 3-2 pitch. Misses outside for ball 4. And Belle Vernon a little life here in the bottom of the 5th. Have a base runner courtesy of Jake Jedico with Zach Jackson coming to the plate. Jackson, senior second baseman, struck out looking first time up. 3 strikeouts so far this afternoon for Braden O'Brien. Jackson just a 100 average, has driven in, though, 4 runs on the season. And Jackson was not in the, actually was hit for, was the second baseman yesterday, but did not bat against the Mustangs. And here, O'Brien finds the strike zone on the first pitch to Jackson, and the count at 0-1. With Jedico on first, we'll see if the Leps might try to get aggressive here, sending Jedico. That one fouled off by Jackson, and just like that, 2 strikes on Zach Jackson. As Zach steps back in. Mustangs trying to get out of this inning with no damage being done. Throw over to first, checking the runner. Head first, slide back safely there from Jedico. It's the only Section 3 4A game scheduled for today. Next pitch on the way, breaking ball, and Jackson popping this one up. Shortstop Sankovic shielding the sun and able to make the catch. Not easy with that bright sunshine here in Rostraver Township on a Saturday afternoon, but Jackson retired F6 catch from Sankovic. This game's still scoreless through 5 innings. We're back for the top of the 6th right after this here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Day.
Going on now at C.R. Chevy East.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with 3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-668-2231.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back for the top of the sixth inning, still scoreless. Laurel, Highlands, and Belle Vernon from the DeVirgilio Sports Complex here in Rostraver Township. Mustangs with hitters 3, 4, and 5 due up here in the top of the sixth. Alex McLean, Carson D'Amico, and Braden O'Brien. Third trip through the lineup for Laurel Highlands. Alex McLean 0 for 2 today. In fact, Laurel Highlands still without a hit this afternoon. Matt Bamford throwing a no-hitter into the sixth inning. Mustangs, though, had plenty of base runners. Ty Sankovic walked back in the first inning. Ben Diamond hit by a pitch in the second inning. Caleb Yanowski walked in the third. C.J. Guest got on via an error. First pitch here, the first pitch swinging, sent foul there from Alex McLean. In the fourth inning, Braden O'Brien got on via an error, and Ben Diamond was hit by a pitch, and Bamford retired the Mustangs 1-2-3 in that top of the fifth inning, sending down Kavanaugh, Sankovic, and Gesk. 0-1 count now to Alex McLean. Bamford winds and fires. Pitch misses low and outside. Even things up at 1-1. And McLean came in .417 average. Senior first baseman, but 0 for 2 today. 1-1 pitch here from Bamford. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. Going back to yesterday, McLean 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Now Bamford shaking off one sign, set to go. 1-2 to Alex McLean. Fastball low and outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. Mustangs hoping to wear Bamford down a little bit. Those gold shoes. 2-2 pitch swing and a miss, strike three. Another good delivery from Matt Bamford. Second time he sent down Alex McLean in this game. And overall, his fourth strikeouts this afternoon. Now has mowed down 31 for the season. And Carson D'Amico, who's also 0 for 2, comes to the plate. Takes the first pitch, a fastball high and outside for ball one. Carson twice has sent it out in Adam LeCart's direction and left field. LeCart has recorded 4 outs in this game in left field. Doing a stellar job out there. Count now at 2-0. Bamford to D'Amico. Now Bamford's 2-0 to Carson. Comes back, just missed. Count of 3-0. Mustangs looking for any opportunity they can get in this scoreless pitcher's duel. Being no hits at this juncture of the game. And the top of the sixth inning. Bamford taking a little time there, rubbing, it's like his thumb. And a warm afternoon, especially considering the fact we haven't seen too many days like this in southwestern Pennsylvania so far this year. Next pitch on the way. That's inside for ball 4. The Mustangs have their 7th base runner of the afternoon. And Carson D'Amico without a hit. So 1 out. Mustangs a little life here in the top of the 6th. D'Amico on first, and Braden O'Brien coming to the plate. O'Brien got on via an error last time up. His time called, and I think Bamford having some trouble with that wrist or possibly the thumb as he continues to rub it. Now head coach Tony Watson coming out. I think they're saying he might have been stung by a bee. Wow. Training staff coming out. Well, that's something you don't see every day. The whole infield coming in. And 1 out, scoreless game, top of the 6th inning. Mustangs with a base runner and Carson D'Amico. And this would be something if you had to make a move here and take Bamford out of the game with a no-hitter intact in the top of the 6th inning. Again, was rubbing right around the thumb area. Umpires out as well. Let's see what they decide here, if Matt's going to be able to continue to go. And if it is a bee sting, sometimes you can get those to swell up pretty quickly and become irritated. He's going to try to hang in there for now. A big spot in this game. Let's see if Laurel Highlands can take advantage with Braden O'Brien at the plate again. Braden got on via an error last time up. A throwing error from Aiden Oaks. Mustangs a little activity in their bullpen as well with Alex McLean warming up. O'Brien at the plate takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. You have to wonder if Bamford's a little off right now with that discomfort. Comes back with a fastball, popped foul by O'Brien. Evens up the count at 1-1. Great these schools are able to take advantage of this warm and dry Saturday afternoon. Haven't had too many days like this in 2022. 1-1 pitch, a fastball ripped from O'Brien over Aiden Oaks into left field, and the Mustangs 2 on with 1 out in this top of the 6th inning. First hit of the afternoon for Laurel Highlands. A single to left field from Braden O'Brien with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And now let's see how long the Leps stick here with Bamford. No hitter gone. And if he's showing some discomfort out there. Now time called here by Mustang head coach Brad Yeoman down at third, talking here to Ben Diamond, who's twice been hit by a pitch in this game. Diamond also picked off back in the 2nd inning. Came in batting just 167 with 2 RBIs. Again, we have 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Talk about how nice the weather is. Actually got 18 holes of golf in before the game today. Trying to take advantage of this dry weekend in Western PA. Bamford finds the strike zone to Ben Diamond, counted 0-1. Now Bamford glanced back at second. 0-1 pitch on the way, misses low. And again, Bamford, we saw that a little bit earlier, that hesitation on the follow-through after the look back to second. Count now even at 1-1. Bamford's 1-1 pitch comes back with a fastball, gets away there from Jake Wessel. Runners advance for the Mustangs. Down to third goes Carson D'Amico. Into second, I believe that's the courtesy runner there. Joe Chambers again running for O'Brien. The count now 2-1 to Ben Diamond. Game scoreless. Mustangs looking to go ahead here in the top half of the 6th. The 2-1, Bamford to Diamond. That again hops away from Wessel, but the Mustangs with only 1 out here in the inning, going to hold their station. Probably a good move there because Bamford was right on it. Of course, you go back to yesterday's game, we saw a bang-bang play at home, and we actually looked at the video on that in slow motion after the game, and it appeared Laurel Highlands got a break on that one. Now the next pitch on the way to Diamond inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here for Laurel Highlands with 1 out. And now looks like Bamford down again, might have hurt his ankle on that last delivery. And of course, you make another visit to the mound here for head coach Tony Watson. That has to be it for Bamford. And Coach Watson asking if he can get a courtesy visit here because of an injury and still have the option to leave Bamford into the game, leave Bamford in the game. They're going to allow that. So the whole infield coming in. Best opportunity for Laurel Highlands so far in this game. 1 out, top of the 6th. Bases juiced in a scoreless game. And you have Braden McKnight coming to the plate. McKnight 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. Full out to Adam LeCarte. Last time up in the 4th. A long meeting here. Surprised the blue hasn't broken it up yet. Now they're finally going to break up the little infield meeting here. McKnight came into the game just a .214 average. Did have an infield single yesterday and also picked up an RBI walk with the bases loaded in the 6th inning. Would love to do the same here today. So McKnight stepping in. He's a lefty against the righty Matt Bamford. He actually carried a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Broken up by Braden O'Brien. Now Braden McKnight into the batter's box. D'Amico down at 3rd. Courtesy runner Chambers at 2nd. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss from Braden McKnight. Ben Diamond over at 1st. Of course, you can get the force at any base right now as well if you're Belle Vernon defensively. Bamford digging in as well. 0-1 on the way. Foul tipped by Braden McKnight. Count now 0-2, and Braden's going to have to protect the plate. These have been the type of situations where Matt Bamford has shined in over the years. Trying to get out of another jam here in the top of the 6th. 0-2 to Braden McKnight. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wow. Bamford coming through in the clutch. 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Matt Bamford. Produces the 2nd out of this top half of the 6th. And now Caleb Janoski at the plate. Had a walk back in the 3rd inning. Grounded out to end the 4th. Takes the first pitch here outside for ball 1. Bamford so far in this inning has endured what we appear was to be a bee sting and also hurt his ankle. And now Janoski setting this one foul. This will go into the Little League field and even up to count at 1-1. And now must deal with the bases being loaded. Talk about things you don't see every day. So 1-1 count, scoreless game, top of the 6th, bases loaded for the Mustangs, 2 outs. Bamford's 1-1 to Janoski, and Janoski a shot, gets through past the outstretched glove of Zach Jackson into center field. Carson D'Amico scores, Joe Chambers scores, and the Mustangs have a 2-0 lead. What a clutch hit for Caleb Janoski, and those are Janoski's first 2 runs he's driven in so far this season. 2 RBI single to center. Coming through in the clutch. And that will be it for Matt Bamford. Giving up the ball here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Pitching change. Mustangs up 2-0. We're back to tell you about the new Leopards pitcher in a moment here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukapizza.com for their menu.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here in Ross Traver Township, Parker Lind, the new Belle Vernon pitcher. And for Lind, he enters the game a 1-2 record. This is his fourth appearance of the season. Lefty with a 3.94 ERA. Lind has worked 10 2/3 innings, given up 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, struck out 16 and walked 6 so far this season, facing 52 opposing batters. So Lind certainly gives the Mustangs a different look. And you got to credit Matt Bamford, pitched a heck of a game for Belle Vernon this afternoon. Took a no-hitter into the 6th inning, but after striking out Alex McClain, Carson D'Amico walking, Braden O'Brien breaking up Bamford's no-hitter with a single to left field, Ben Diamond walking. Bamford came back with a bases-loaded strikeout of Braden McKnight, but Caleb Janoski's 2 RBI single, the knockout punch as far as getting Bamford out of the game. And again, Bamford also had an issue with his thumb, might have been stung by a bee, and then had an ankle injury also in this top of the 6th inning. So talk about a long inning. Not over yet. Mustangs 2 across, and now have runners on the corners at 1st and 3rd. Janoski at 1st, Diamond down at 3rd, and Patrick Cavanaugh at the plate. Patrick 0 for 2 today, but came into the game with a .429 average as Laurel Highlands completing their 3rd trip through the batting lineup. Lefty Lind. First pitch, and therefore a strike to Cavanaugh, counted 0-1. Again, Belle Vernon still 6 outs left to work with in this game. And all the top of the order, and Brody Hoffman due up. Check that, Brady Hoffman due up to start the 6th inning. Now the sun finally, for the first time in quite a while, behind the clouds here in Ross Traver Township, as Cavanaugh talks to head coach Brad Yeoman down the 3rd base line. And Laurel Highlands started off this season losing 2 games to West Mifflin. They won 5 straight since, trying to make it 6 in a row this afternoon. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss there from Patrick, takes the count to 0-2. Patrick's done a nice job to solidify the starting catching position for Laurel Highlands this season as well. Choking up on the bat, 0-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So the freshman Parker Lind coming into the game, striking out Patrick Cavanaugh to end the inning, but the damage already done. 2 coming across for Laurel Highlands here in the top half of the 6th. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Laurel Highlands leading Belle Vernon 2-0 here on the C.R. Braddock Group High School Sports Day.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton from 40 Uniontown. Now, I've heard that April showers bring May flowers, but how about new vehicles? Well, I guess that's just wishful thinking. So don't get left out in the storm. Stop, click, or call our friendly staff and let us explain our reservation program. First, we go over, in detail, vehicles that we have inbound. Then we go over all the incentives and pricing. If you have a trade, we do an on-the-spot trade appraisal. We make a deal, and when your vehicle arrives, pick it up. It's easy like Sunday morning. If you have a bit more time, we're happy to place a factory order just for you. And I know you've all heard about historic used vehicle values, so don't miss out. And speaking of used vehicles, we have more than 80 on the lot, and most are certified with factory warranty. That's President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com.
Pressure back on Belle Vernon heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leps trailing now 2-0 after Laurel Highlands put up 2 runs in the top half of the 6th inning. They do have the top of the order. Brady Hoffman, Adam LeCart, and Andrew Sokol due up. Hoffman 0 for 2, came in with a .323 average. First pitch from O'Brien. Missing there to Hoffman. Count it 1-0. O'Brien got the start here for the Mustangs today. There's Hoffman, hard ground ball. Scott knocking it down, trying to make the throw in time. What a job there from Carson Scott at second base. Hard ground ball, knocked it down, able to regain, send it off to Alex McLean in time to retire Hoffman 4-3. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th with Adam LeCarte coming to the plate. LeCarte 1 for 2 today, single to center field and stole a base last time up. First pitch from O'Brien to LeCarte, breaking ball just missed for ball 1. Didn't miss by too much. Now O'Brien's 1-0 here to LeCarte. Another breaking ball, ground ball to Sankovic at short. Throw over to first in time to Alex McLean to retire LeCarte 6-3. So 2 up, 2 down here in the home half of the 6th. Now Andrew Sokol coming to the plate. Andrew 0 for 2 today. Senior first baseman came in with a .296 average and 5 RBIs. Got the start on the mound for Belle Vernon yesterday against Laurel Highlands. Sokol was 0 for 3 at the plate yesterday as well. Just the 3rd time through the order for the Leps. O'Brien's first pitch to Sokol, low and outside for ball 1. And again, the Mustangs in the stretch of 4 games over 5 days. Gotten 5 2/3 out of Braden O'Brien so far. Have to be happy with that. Another one missing there from Braden. Now 2-0 to Andrew Sokol. O'Brien's gotten the ERA down a little bit in this game as well. Came in at 5.25. Hasn't yielded a run yet so far in this contest. 2-0 on the way. Misses low and inside. So after retiring Hoffman and LeCarte on a couple of ground ball outs, runs the count now to 3-0 to Andrew Sokol. Ryan Hamer from the cleanup spot due up next. 3-0 pitch on the way, and that one missed for ball 4. Close again, so a 2-out walk issued by O'Brien to Sokol. And a little life for Belle Vernon with a game-tying run coming to the plate, and Ryan Hamer. Hamer 1 for 2 today. Single to right center field last time up, grounded out first time up back in the 2nd inning. O'Brien now from the stretch. First pitch to Hamer, swing and a miss, strike 1. Just 2 hits for Belle Vernon so far in this game. Mustangs 2 hits as well, but have 2 runs to go along with it. 0-1 now on the way. Another breaking ball, just missed inside. Count even at 1-1. O'Brien, a little glance over his shoulder at Sokol at first. Now we'll check him. Andrew back safely. O'Brien, another glance over at first base. 1-1 pitch on the way high. Takes us to 2-1. Now the 2-1. Fastball misses low, now 3-1. O'Brien to Hamer. And he got the first 2 outs rather easily in this inning. You don't want to yield back-to-back walks and have to think if Hamer gets a board here, you might see the Mustangs make a move to the bullpen as well. Now a little conversation here between Patrick Cavanaugh and Braden O'Brien. Let you know that this game on the South Union Township Sports Network brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and agent David Hughes. United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law. South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown, Dr. Calabrese, Ruthhart, Stokes, and Hoppy. And Zeppeli, Mahalovic, and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. Our live video stream on WMBS, courtesy of Potter's Bar and Grill and M&R Transit. So big pitch here, 3-1. Now Hamer showing bunt, pulls back, pitch misses for ball 4, and you've had back-to-back walks issue now by Braden O'Brien to Andrew Sokol and Ryan Hamer. And a little life now for the Leps. Game tying run at first. Go-ahead run coming to the plate. And Brad Yeoman now have a little talk here, and we'll see if Brad makes a move to the Mustang bullpen. Hull infield coming in. At this juncture of the game, Mustangs lead it 2-0. Again, producing their only 2 runs in the top half of this inning on a 2 RBI hit from Caleb Yanoski. That drove in Carson D'Amico and Joe Chambers, the courtesy runner for Braden O'Brien. Now the umpires coming out to break up the little meeting on the mound. Let's see if they stick with Braden O'Brien here. Looks like they will. And you'll have Aiden Oakes coming to the plate for Belle Vernon. Oakes 0 for 2 today, but a .276 average for the season with 6 RBIs. Belle Vernon shortstop. Oakes yesterday was 1 for 3. Oakes now stepping in. Mustangs lost a 5-4 game here last year to Belle Vernon under the lights. First pitch swinging, popped up in foul territory from Oakes. Over the fence and out of play. Counted 0-1. I think you will see the Mustangs make a move to the pen for the 7th, even if Oakes is retired. 0-1 to Oakes. This ball popped up, could be trouble. Charging from center and working off to his left to make the catch, C.J. Gesk to end the inning. So the left strand 2 off of a couple of walks issued by Braden O'Brien. Mustangs get out of the jam. Went to the top of the 7th. Laurel Highlands looking for a couple of insurance runs, leading Belle Vernon 2-0 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Going on now at Sea Harbor Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit SeaHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with 3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Bring forward the home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Mustangs starting this top half of the 7th inning from the leadoff spot. Ty Sankovic taking the first pitch inside for ball 1. Hitters 1, 2, and 3 for Laurel Highlands, facing the freshman Parker Lind, who came on in relief of Matt Bamford, who took a no-hitter into the 6th inning, then yielded 2 runs and going the opposite way left for a hit. Ty Sankovic single to left field. That must feel good for Ty, who struggled a little bit at the plate over the last couple of games for Laurel Highlands. Getting on base as the Mustangs look for a little insurance here in the top half of the 7th. Now C.J. Guest coming to the plate. Laurel Highlands moving through the order now for the 4th time in this game. C.J. grounded out first time up, got on via an error in the 3rd inning, and flew out to Jake Jedico in right field back in the 5th. Nobody out. Lind versus Guest. Mustangs up 2-0, and Lind the lefty. Clean look over at first. Guest showing bunt. Pitch in there, actually called strike, would have been outside, but CJ didn't pull back. A count 0-1. For Belle Vernon in the bottom half of the 7th inning, they'll have hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up. Morrow, Wessel, and Jedico. 0-1, a little high, evens up the count at 1-1. Another pitcher's duel this afternoon between, it started with Bamford and O'Brien. Now Lind versus O'Brien. Yesterday, Joe Chambers able to best Andrew Sokol. Pitch missed. They called for an appeal, didn't get it. Count now 2-1. Lind to Gesk. And CJ entered the game with a .385 average. Mustangs just 3 hits so far this afternoon, 2 in the 6th, now 1 here in the 7th. Guest showing bunt. Try to pull back, and they're going to say he did pull back. The count now 3-1. Alex McLean in the on-deck circle for the Stangs. Now Lynn's 3-1 here to CJ, and CJ puts it on the ground, charging from short, tough play, Aiden Oaks, and Aiden Oaks with no play. Just a well-positioned ball there from CJ Guest. Have to give him an infield single. And now 2 on with nobody out for Laurel Highlands. They look to extend their 2-0 lead. Well, Pirates baseball up next on the WMBS side, taking on the Cubs this afternoon. 2:20 first pitch from Wrigley today. Alex McLean now at the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Struck out in his last 2 plate appearances. Shows bunt, again pulls back. Pitch misses low for ball 1. Parker Lynn taking his time. Again showing bunt, pulling back. Pitch misses inside again from Lind. And a 2-0 count now on Alex McLean. Alex back in the batter's box. Scoring away, pulling back. That pitch in there for a strike. Count now 2-1. Lynn's 2-1 again, showing bunt, laying it down this time, charging from first off the glove of Andrew Sokol, and no play. No play again for Belle Vernon in the field. I think you have to give that an E3 on Sokol. Had it on his glove, couldn't make the play. So everybody's safe. Bases now loaded for Laurel Highlands. Cleanup hitter Carson D'Amico coming to the plate. Mustangs lead it 2-0. Looking for insurance as we work here in the top half of the 7th inning. Carson now steps in. Lynn winds and fires the first pitch. Sent foul there from Carson. Carson walked and scored a run last time up. And came in with a .455 average and 7 RBIs. 1 for 2 yesterday with an RBI double and a run scored. It's a line drive over the glove of Zach Jackson, who was playing in from second base. If Jackson was in his normal position, would have been able to make that grab, you would think. So it's an RBI single to right from Carson D'Amico. Drives in Tyler Sankovic. The lead now at 3-0 for Laurel Highlands. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th, and Tony Watson now will pay a visit to talk to his freshman pitcher, Parker Lynn, and you wonder if another move might be made here for the Leopards. They have some activity occurring in their bullpen down the third base line. Check that, 4 straight Mustangs have reached base safely here in this top of the 7th inning. Coach Watson still talking with Parker Lind. Now the umpires coming out. As our studio producer, Nick Barczyk, would say, come on, Blue, out there. If you've ever gone to a Pirate game with Nick, you know the experience. Now they'll break it up. And Parker Lynn will remain on the mound. You'll have Braden O'Brien coming to the plate. He broke up the Matt Bamford no-hitter in the top of the 6th inning. Has the table set here with the bases loaded. First pitch from Lynn to O'Brien misses. Actually catches the outside corner for a strike. Late call there from the home plate umpire. Counted 0-1. So Braden digging back in. Lefty on the mound, righty at the plate. That one sent foul from O'Brien. Count now 0-2. Parker Lind now set again. Leopard just looking for an out. Infield still in with the Mustangs now leading at 3-0. 2-strike pitch on the way, a little inside. They're going to call a called strike 3. They're going to say that O'Brien did offer on the pitch, so it'll go as a forward K for Parker Lind. The pitch definitely jammed O'Brien, but didn't go around enough to warrant the strikeout. Now Ben Diamond at the plates. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Diamond twice in this game has been hit by a pitch and also walked back in the 6th innings. He's been on board in every plate appearance. Just not in the conventional manner. 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses low and outside. Count now 2-0. Of course, nowhere to put Diamond at this juncture of the game with the bases loaded. Had an RBI walk issued yesterday. And these two teams met at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood. Leopards trying to avoid that happening here again today. 2-0 on the way. Again off the plate. Now a 3-0 count. Lind to Diamond. Diamond would love an RBI walk. I think he's taken here. Leopards need a strike here from Lind, and they get it. Count moves to 3-1. Now Lind looking for the signs from catcher Jake Wessel. 3-1 here to Ben Diamond. Catches the inside corner for another strike. Diamond thought it was ball 4. So Lind doing a nice job to battle his way back. Coming off the strikeout of O'Brien, trying to send down Ben Diamond. Count full 3-2. Now time called by Ben Diamond. Now Ben will step back in. 3-2 pitch. Diamond staying alive. Late cut there. Be able to get a piece of it and foul it off on the right side. Now the payoff pitch again. Lind to Diamond. And Diamond, again, another foul ball staying alive on the right side. That one was dipping late from Lind. Might have been ball 4. We have to protect the plate now at the count of 3-2. Here we go again. Lind to Diamond. Diamond, the 6th Mustang to bat here in this top of the 7th. Pitch from Parker hits Ben Diamond for the 3rd time in this game. Ben Diamond is hit by a pitch. This time he picks up an RBI. Wow. Takes the score to 4-0, and now we're going to have a move made here by head coach Tony Watts, and he's going to take Parker Lind out of the game. And we'll take another timeout now. 4-0, Laurel Highlands over Belle Vernon. We're back right after this. Tell you about the new Belle Vernon pitcher here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleaning. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, holding a Veterans Breakfast Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, coffee, tea, orange juice, and milk. Veterans, fire, and police are free. Guests are welcome and asked to make a goodwill donation. The Veterans Breakfast, Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. RSVP not required.
Back here in Ross Draver Township, the D. Virgilio Sports Complex, Belle Vernon going to their third pitcher of the afternoon, and Colton Lee. For Lee, already his 7th appearance, enters with an 0-1 record. 7.56 ERAs, worked 8 1/3 innings, all in relief. Given up 14 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned. Struck out 8 and walked 5 so far this season, facing 47 opposing batters. So Laurel Highlands now up 4-0. They tacked on 2 runs in the top of the 6th, added 2 more here in the top of the 7th. We're working here with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Matt Bamford took a no-hitter into the top of the 6th. Braden O'Brien broke that up. Then you had an odd inning where Bamford was stung by a bee and then hurt his ankle, and the bee might end up being the MVP of the game for Laurel Highlands. Credit Frank Hula for that. And now we'll get a look at Colton Lee on the mound for the Leps. They'll face Braden McKnight, who will be the 7th Mustang to bat here in this top of the 7th. Mustangs looking for their 6th straight win and would really have the Leps in a tough spot. It would drop Belle Vernon with a loss here to 2-6 in conference play with only 4 conference games remaining. And the remaining 2 conference series against Elizabeth Ford and Greensburg-Salem. So the best they could get would be to 6-6 in the conference, which still would probably be enough for the 4th and final playoff spot in the conference, but don't really have much wiggle room at this juncture of the season if you're Belle Vernon. First pitch from Lee misses to Braden McKnight. Now Lee's 1-0. McKnight sending it foul. Evens up the count at 1-1. You go back to last year, West Mifflin won the conference with an 11-1 overall record, their own conference last game against Laurel Highlands. Mustangs finished at 9-3. They lost conference games here to Belle Vernon, at Greensburg-Salem, and also to West Mifflin. Belle Vernon finished last year 6-6. That was good enough for 3rd place in the conference. This one nubbed foul. Michael Cavanaugh able to make the play over there on the right side in foul territory. Now 1-2 to Braden McKnight. And Elizabeth Ford picked up the final playoff spot at 5-7. Ringgold, Greensburg-Salem, and Uniontown all missed out last year, but are all in contention going into the final week. Ringgold and Salem finished at 4-8, Uniontown at 3-9. But what a turnaround it's been for Kenny Musco's squad. We'll see Uniontown and West Mifflin on WMBS Monday. Top 2 teams right now in the conference. Red Raiders at 4-2. In fact, with a win today, Laurel Highlands would pull even with Uniontown and would tie the Red Raiders for 2nd place in the conference. Those 2 schools will meet in the final conference series of the year, 2nd week in May. Now Braden McKnight stepping back in. It's a 1-2 count to McKnight with Colton Lee on the mound. And the bases loaded. And that pitch, a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Well placed there by Lee. So Lee coming on in relief, retiring McKnight. And that'll bring up Caleb Janoski. And Janoski's the Mustang who broke this game open in a scoreless game. 2 RBI, single to left. The Mustangs have tacked a few more on, now lead at 4-0. First pitch here, Lee to Janoski. First pitch swinging, sent foul. Counted 0-1. So the Leopards will have plenty of ground to make up in the bottom half of the 7th inning with Evan Morrow, Jake Wessel, and Jake Jedico due up. Hitters 6, 7, and 8. Janoski, the 8th Mustang to bat here in this half inning. 0-1 pitch. Catches the corner for a strike, 0-2. Home plate umpire giving a lot of those close calls, called strikes now at this juncture of the game. Now the 0-2. Janoski will have to protect the plate. And the base is still loaded. 0-2 pitch on the way. Janoski fouls it off on the left side. Count remains 0-2.
Let's go, Caleb. Come on. Base hit.
Also going to be interesting to see if it's Braden O'Brien on the mound or if the Mustangs make a move to the bullpen for the bottom half of the 7th inning. Now the 2-strike pitch on Caleb Janoski. It's on the way, and Yanoski sending it high in the air to right field, backing up Jake Jetico, able to make the catch to end the inning. So the Mustangs leave the bases loaded, but add 2 more runs to their tally. It's 4-0. Laurel Highlands over Belle Vernon. Last chance to dance today for the Leopards, going to the bottom of the 7th inning down to their final 3 outs here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Going on now at Harper Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with 3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
The Mustangs will start this bottom of the 7th inning with Braden O'Brien on the mound, who misses on the first pitch high and inside on a fastball to Evan Morrow. Now O'Brien's 1-0 to Evan. Another fastball catches the outside corner for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Again, Laurel Highlands leads 4-0 over Belle Vernon. Mustangs plating 2 runs in the top of the 6th, adding 2 more on in the top of the 7th inning. 1-1. Breaking ball misses low and outside. Takes the count to 2-1. Reminder to stay tuned after the game for our post-game show brought to you by State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. He'll be followed by the Pirates and Cubs on the WMBS side. Another one missing low there from O'Brien to Evan Morrow. Takes the count to 3-1. So Mustang head coach Brad Yeoman at least giving O'Brien an opportunity here to get a complete game like Joe Chambers got yesterday for the Mustangs. 3-1 on the way, and that one sent foul, and we'll go full 3-2. O'Brien tomorrow. Mustangs hoping to have Devin Kravosky available next week. Devin and Frank Kula both out with stomach bugs today. Frankie also missed yesterday's game. Carson Scott has made his first 2 varsity starts at second base. His 3-2 pitch hit high in the air in the gap to left center field, back to the wall. And this one goes off the wall from Morrow. And Morrow with a stand-up double for Belle Vernon, giving the Leps a little life here in the bottom of the 7th inning. But Belle Vernon still trailing 4-0. And you'll have Jake Wessel now, the catcher, coming to the plate. I think that's going to be it for Braden O'Brien as Brad Yeoman comes out. Gave Braden an opportunity for a complete game, but Morrow's double is going to get Braden out for the Mustangs this afternoon. So we'll be back and tell you about the new Laurel Highlands pitcher. Mustangs still up 4-0 as we work at the bottom of the 7th. Leopards down to their final 3 outs here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Alex McLean is the new Mustang pitcher. Pretty simple switch for Laurel Highlands. McLean, who was playing first, now pitching. And Braden O'Brien, who was pitching, now playing first base. For McLean, just his second appearance of the season, 0-1 record, 9.33 ERA. Has worked 3 innings, given up 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, struck out 4, walked 1, facing 15 opposing batters on the season. So the Leopards now with a runner in scoring position, and Evan Morrow at second base. Jake Wessel at the plate. Mustangs lead it 4-0. Last opportunity for Belle Vernon here this afternoon, trying to avoid the weekend sweep. Wessel 0 for 2 today after going 2 for 3 yesterday. Now McLean's first pitch here to Wessel. Inside for ball 1. Up 4 runs at this juncture of the game. You just want to see some strikes from Alex McLean. Still have a little comfort zone. 1-0 pitch. Catches the corner, evens up the count at 1-1. And Wessel steps back in. McLean's 1-1. Fastball popped up in foul territory on the right side. Mustangs won't have a play on it. Take the count to 1-2. Wessel came into the game with a .385 average and 5 RBIs. The Pirates and Cubs coming your way next. Arnie Amber in tonight on WMBS from 6 to 9. 1-2 pitch. Fastball grounded here to Sankovic at short. Throw over to first to O'Brien in time to retire Wessel 6-3. The runner Morrow advances down to third. And now 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning with Jake Jedico coming to the plate. Jedico walked last time up, grounded out 4-3 first time up. Trying to get his season going at the plate. Again, really the runner, Morrow, at third, meaningless at this juncture of the game with a score at 4-0. This one strikes and outs. McLean gets a strike right down the pipe there to Jedico. Count at 0-1. Now the 0-1, another fastball, catches the outside corner for strike 2. Now Jedico must protect the plate. McLean ready again. Clean look over at third. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Did Jedico go? No, he didn't. Count at 1-2. Count now 1-2. McLean to Jedico. 1-2 pitch on the way. Another fastball. This one nubbed right back to McLean. Throw over to O'Brien. A little wide, but makes the tag. Run does score on the play. So it goes 1-3. Jedico picks up his 6th RBI of the season. Run scored for Evan Morrow. And the score now at 4-1, but the base is empty and Belle Vernon down to their final out with Zach Jackson at the plate. Jackson 0 for 2 today. I think right now for McLean, just wind and fire. He'll do that. Fastball, though, just missed a little low and outside. Count 1-0. Jackson entered with just a 100 average. Another fastball. Jackson fouls it off on the right side. Evens up the count at 1-1. And we're back. More high school baseball Monday and Tuesday next week. As of now, scheduled to have West Mifflin at Uniontown Monday, Greensburg-Salem at Laurel Highlands Tuesday. With the way the weather is, you never know. 1-1 pitch on the way. Jackson sends it foul on the left side. Now the Mustangs just a strike away from closing this one out. up 4-1. We were scoreless going into the top of the 6th. Mustangs plated 2 runs there, added 2 more in the top of the 7th. Leps getting a run back here in the bottom half of the inning. Matt Bamford took a no-hitter for Belle Vernon into that 6th inning. Now the 1-2 pitch. McLean trying to close it out on the way and staying alive. Jackson again off the fence with a foul ball. Count remains 1-2. They're out of balls. They're going to get one from the Belle Vernon dugout. Trying to find one that Alex McLean likes right now. Here we go again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mustangs up 4-1, trying to close it out in the bottom of the 7th. McLean's 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it. Laurel Highlands, the weekend sweep over Belle Vernon. 6th straight win for the Mustangs. They improved to 6-2 overall, 4-2 in the conference. Loss drops Belle Vernon to 3-7 overall, 2-6 in conference play. We're back to tell you all about it on our postgame show brought to you by State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. Comes your way next.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now at Sea Harbor Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit SeaHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, holding a Veterans Breakfast Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, coffee, tea, orange juice, and milk. Veterans, fire, and police are free. Guests are welcome and asked to make a goodwill donation. The Veterans Breakfast, Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. RSVP not required.
Back here wrapping things up from the DeVirgilio Sports Complex in Ross Traver Township. Our postgame show brought to you by State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. Your winning pitcher, Braden O'Brien for Laurel Highlands as the Mustangs win it 4-1. Matt Bamford had a no-hitter going into the 6th inning, but he'll pick up the loss here today and go to 2-2 on the year. O'Brien goes to 2-1 with the win. Alex McLean coming in relief in the 7th inning, picking up the save. And again, we mentioned Matt Bamford, a no-hitter going into that top half of the 6th inning for Belle Vernon, broken up by Braden O'Brien with a single to left field, but you had Bamford having to endure a bee sting and also injured his ankle in that inning. A 2 RBI single from Caleb Yanowski drove in Carson D'Amico and Joe Chambers, who was the courtesy runner for O'Brien, and that kind of opened up things for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs tacked on 2 more runs off of relief pitcher Parker Lind in the 7th inning. Tyler Sankovic and C.J. Guest scoring those runs for Laurel Highlands. Belle Vernon added a run in the bottom half of the 7th inning to make your final score at 4-1. On the South Union Township Sports Network, I'd like to thank the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, SWGI in Uniontown, and Zebly Mahaloff and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. On the WMBS side, Potter's Bar and Grill and M&R Transit for sponsoring our video feed. On the South Union Township Sports Network, this game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Breezeline Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith and his staff. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios, along with Jerome Shell, Frank Kula, keeping stats for us this afternoon as well. Laurel Highlands a 4-1 win over Belle Vernon. Again, more high school baseball coming your way next week on Monday and Tuesday. Again, I have to thank the staff here at the Ross Straver Township Complex, the DeVergilio Sports Complex, for setting us up, and the Belle Vernon Athletic Department as well. Laurel Highlands picking up their 6th straight win, 4-1 over Belle Vernon this afternoon. For everyone who